Hey everyone, so since crossplay there has always been a steady influx of new players, and to help reduce the frustration of the new players and help them get onboarded and be a better team player, I've decided to make a quick summary of infantry roles in Hell Let Loose. I'll keep it short since you want to play the game and not spend too much time watching clips about it. This is aimed at the new players playing public matches and will remain relevant until the developers make some major changes to roles, which probably won't happen anytime soon. I'll focus on starting loadouts, but keep in mind there are some minor variations between factions. Like Soviet anti-tank has an AT rifle instead of a RPG launcher. Rifleman, the most bland of roles, doesn't really bring anything to the table, has the standard rifle, good as any other, and the ammo box that can only be useful for the machine gunner, but in most cases he'll die before he runs out of ammo. I mean the machine gunner. Next we go to Assault. The best role for new players, running a gun with grenades to boot. As a submachine gun, grenades and smoke grenades, very good for pressuring enemy positions. Can create huge smoke walls since dying reloads your kit. Another fast role is the automatic Rifleman. Doesn't bring much, but still better than the Rifleman. It's a gun that can one-shot from long range, if he can land a shot, since the recoil is nuts. Good for medium to short range engagements, not as useful as the Assault, since he lacks the smoke grenades. Then we have the Medic. Should be the best role, but is the worst. Avoid it at all times. If someone dies and you go to revive 9 out of 10 times, you are gonna join them, since down players can crawl or be dragged to safety. Also, dying reloads your kit and gives you a chance to reposition, while reviving brings you back at the same place where you got caught off guard for another quick death. Following is the true support role, the Support. Best role in the game, a mandatory role to have in your squad. Basically the Rifleman, but made useful. The role the Commander, the Squad Lead, Engineer and Anti-Tank needs. You carry 50 supplies and are the seed for everything else. Also, the only role, apart from the Commander and Squad Leads, that can see the info provided by the recon plane. Now for the highest DPS role, the Machine Gunner. Hardest role in game, requires map knowledge to be played well. As a deployable gun that shoots tracer rounds every 4th shot that can easily be traced back to you. Also creates a lot of smoke if the tracer rounds weren't enough to find you. In most cases you'll die after you shoot like 20 rounds if you're badly positioned. To be played well you need to find creative ways to achieve elevation and max out your range. You can kill enemies 400 meters away. For positioning, think automatic sniper but without a scope. Then the always needed anti-tank, destruction on 2 legs. Has a RPG launcher that can destroy tanks, clear out rooms, trenches and most importantly can destroy garrisons from afar. Just 2 rockets, but the fastest way to get more is to get shot and die. Next is the Engineer, the workhorse that eats supplies like crazy. Needed to build nodes to supply your commander resources to use his abilities. As anti-personnel mines it can score you many kills, and anti-tank mines that can be useful. Apart from that you can build defensive structures that can be upgraded to look more cool. You'll be fighting the building interface more than the enemy. You can also invest like 50 minutes to build a magnificent fortress, but no amount of defenses can help balance the lack of skill. It can all be lost within just 5 minutes. Now the real backbone of the team, the squad leader. The manager. With a loadout that's almost the same as the Assault, one might be inclined to play this role like the Assault, but in reality Squad leads does the most communicating out of all the roles. Simply said, you don't have a microphone, don't play the SL. Microphone requirement is a basic server rule on almost all servers for a reason. Most of the time you'll spend looking at the map, putting markers and talking to everyone, receiving orders, giving orders and searching with your binos. You will also be running to build garrisons and trying to find a good place to set up your squad spawn point, the outpost. And after all of that, if you have the time, you'll go do some shooting. Now the niche duo, starting with the spotter. Spotter's job is to go into locked enemy territory, set up an outpost, and after that you need to disrupt enemy artillery crew, dismantle enemy resource nodes, call out any tanks you see, find and destroy enemy garrisons and any leftover supplies, build offensive garrisons, ignore anything that is happening in the blue area, including losing a point. His sidekick, Sniper, Spotter's assistant with fancy rifle optics. Might be tempted to stay on the front line and shoot all day? Don't. There are already enough people doing that. Go help your spotter. While running, look through your scope and scan for enemy infantry. If you see them, don't shoot right away, but try to figure out from where were they coming from. Most of the time they are running away from their garrison. And lastly, we have the commander, the team's dispenser and counselor. Less important than a squad lead, but key role nevertheless. Commanders have a list of abilities on the side of the map, of which supply drop, recon plane and reinforce are the most used. You should always spawn as vehicles and provide as supply drops. One might think that the role gives you some actual authority and command, but in reality you are giving people suggestions. Because if your squad leaders do not want to comply, there is nothing you can do. All your orders are mere suggestions, you are giving counsel and dispensing requested items. You are not really in command. And with that, all infantry roles are explained. It's up to you to discover other loadouts, and remember that whichever role you play, you are in a team and you need to ping enemies you see and call them out so others can react. Thanks for watching, hope this helps, and if I missed anything, be sure to tell me about it in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you are interested, I stream 3 times per week on Twitch, so you can come and hang.